Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Yeah. Who can? Who is here? Who is here? Okay, let's wait. Let's wait for some minutes for others to join us. I'm outside the house and I just want to make use of my time to talk to you today. Who that I eventually found this location. I hope you can see me, hope you can hear me. Today we are going to be talking about vaginal dryness, which is what I have been looking at of recent. Let me increase the brightness of my tab, and I hope it doesn't go off before the end of this live. You can join me if you are there. Brightness. I reduced the brightness so just to save time, light, no, off. Change brightness automatically. Okay, this works at least for now. Wow, nobody's here. Either ways, I'm going to do this live and I will start in another 3 minutes because our time is gone. I hope that others are going to join. I hope others are going to join. Hello. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm just trying to save time and get so many things done. Save time and get so many things done at the same time. It's been a while that I've showed my face online for so many reasons. Which I am not going to discuss today. I'm not going to discuss about it today, but today we are going to consider this. Today we are going to talk about maybe I should have started this live by 12. I don't know. Because I don't want to stay too long here. Wow. Okay, my battery is going. My battery is going. My battery is going. And it's already a lot. My battery is going. I'm just going to get some information before we proceed. Okay, I just hope that we would not have gone too far before others are going to join us. You are welcome to my live video today. And if you are seeing this face for the first time, my name is Odunayo. You are welcome. Good to have you. Thank you for joining me. Love you so much, and thanks so much for joining in today's video. I sent a link not I think about 45 minutes ago, just because I had a quick thought. I was not sure I'll be able to do it, but when I found myself here, as you can see, I'm outside. When I found myself here, I thought it's a good thing to just have the live here, because this place, at least the noise is not too much and I can always talk. So recently, so you're welcome to today's live, and if you are seeing my face for the first time, my name is Odunayo Sadiq, and you're welcome to today's live. This is probably the first live video I'll be doing talking about our reproductive health. And please don't mind the background noise. Of course, you can see I'm not inside the house, but the noise here, I promise you, will not be too much. Just maybe some 1 or 2 3 interruptions. So recently, going online, I've been seeing a lot of things that people say about vaginal dryness, and how some persons have leveraged on this condition, to extort people of money and saying, oh, I have solution, there's this thing that you can do, there is this that you can do. I see a lot of people prescribing unholistic let me just say unholistic solutions to that issue. Vaginal dryness is quite common, like you must have experienced it at one point or the other, because a lot of things contribute to vaginal dryness. I will not be using the word, so I'll just be saying lady parts. A lot of things contribute to dryness, in our lady part. It is quite common. Almost, you see ladies, they have it. Men sometimes complain, oh, my partner, I experienced this, I experienced that. But it is quite normal to some extent to experience dryness in that part of the body for certain reasons. And when do you say you have this dryness? You have it when there's reduction in the fluid or lubrication that you used to have there, compared to before, or compared to what you would have experienced before. It varies from woman to woman. I mean, the amount of wetness or fluid or moist that we feel there varies from persons to persons. But when this moist or wetness begins to reduce, then you can start talking about having some form of dryness. And there are 3 normal reasons why you would experience that kind of dryness. The first one is, it depends on your cycle, on the day of your cycle. For instance, if you are ovulating, you will get, that place is so moist and so well lubricated. But when you are moving towards your period, like few days before your period, you would even notice that your discharge is kind of thick, and then it is less, moist over down there. So that one is there. Another reason is maybe okay, let me check here. Another reason is how hydrated your body is. If your body is very hydrated, you are most likely going to feel, that moist. If you drink a lot of water, it affects your body generally. So you would kind of feel some form of wetness, or let me just say well lubricated down there if you take a lot of water. But if you are somebody that your fluid intake is quite low, then you might not be, well and moist down there. The reason why, another reason, which is the third one that I have here, is it depends on how aroused you are also, because there are certain things or situations that you find yourself that you might feel very aroused. If you're aroused, of course, there is no way you will get very moist down there. But if you are not aroused, you are just normal, of course it will feel normal, and it is quite ideal. The reason why we feel very uncomfortable when we experience dryness is because that place just feels dry and it just feels weird from normal. Now there are some conditions that warrants us to be bothered. There are warrants us to be bothered when it is continuous, when the dryness is just continuous, and even though you are ovulating, you are not ovulating, you are aroused, you are not aroused, it is just constant that that place is dry. And when it is dry, like I said earlier, it gives some form of discomfort. And what do I mean by this discomfort? You might begin to have some itchy, I might begin to itch, and then sometimes you might have urinary discomfort. That is, if you want to urinate, it becomes very painful for you to even urinate. Those ones or those reasons cause for serious concern if you experience that. So what are the reasons for this dryness? When you experience dryness in your lady part, what are the reasons? Why are we bothered? Why is it that what are those let me just say conditions that are away from normal that causes it? The first one that I have on my list is infection. If a lady has infection, specifically, let me be specific, if a lady has candidiasis, which is yeast infection, if a lady is suffering from yeast infection, the lady most likely is going to experience dryness, because that infection, because of the discharge that comes with it, it causes vaginal dryness, and then you can even experience some maybe blisters or cuts. When a part of the skin is too dry, then it begins to break open. It can happen down there. So infection like that can automatically give vaginal dryness, and one of the signs of that infection is even when your lady parts gets very dry. Another reason why people can be bothered is decline in estrogen, which is another major cause. Now, this decline in estrogen is the main cause of the dryness that you all worry about. Anything that causes your estrogen is a particular hormone in your body that helps your reproductive system to function normally. If there is any form of what do I say now? If there's any form of reduction in that level of estrogen in your body, then of course, can you hear me, please? If you can hear me, just type I can hear you, so that I know that I'm not speaking to myself. So if there's any form of how do I say now? If there's any form of reduction in this estrogen, of course, it could lead to some form of dryness. So what causes this decrease in estrogen? The first one is menopause. If you, hey Jesus, let me see now. The first one, like I said, is menopause. If you are experiencing menopause, of course, it causes decrease in your estrogen level. It causes decrease in your estrogen level if you are experiencing menopause. And menopause, like I said earlier, causes that form of dryness. In fact, if you are experiencing menopause, one of the things that you are being told is that you are most likely going to experience that dryness. Another reason why people experience that dryness, aside from menopause, my tab is getting really hot because of the sun, but I need the sun for my reflection, is is breastfeeding. Another reason is breastfeeding. If you are breastfeeding, it reduces estrogen level. Breastfeeding, postpartum issues and all reduces estrogen level. Another thing that reduces estrogen level is hysterectomy. Hysterectomy, that is, if you hysterectomy is removal of your reproductive organs, your uterus, fallopian tubes and ovary. Now, hysterectomy itself does not lower your estrogen level, but any form of hysterectomy that includes or involves your ovary is definitely going to lower your estrogen level. If your ovary is reduced, or if your ovary is removed for whatsoever reason, then it is going to lower your estrogen level. Let me know if you can hear me. I don't know how to do mic test. Okay, now I'm on. Okay, so anything that would make you remove your ovaries, because your ovaries primarily produces estrogen, is going to cause it's going to reduce your estrogen, and then it's going to reduce your how wet or how moist you are down there. Another thing that reduces it is certain medications. Certain medications like antihistamine, which is very common to us. We use antihistamine mostly when we have runny nose, and or we have itchy body, or sometimes your body is itching or something, and you want to really lower that effect. Anything that has to do with allergy, we use antihistamine for it. So if you use antihistamine, most likely you are going to experience dryness. Another kind of drug is if you use hormonal contraceptives. Certain hormonal contraceptives reduces estrogen. If you are undergoing chemotherapy, chemotherapy also reduces your estrogen. So many things that reduces medical reasons why your estrogen level might be reduced. Another reason why your estrogen level might be reduced is certain diseases or certain health conditions. For instance, if you have diabetes now, it has a way, of reducing it. Diabetes on its own has a way of reducing your estrogen level, because it produces so much sugar that your body is just trying to to work around it. Another reason, okay, if you use antidepressants, which is a form of medication also, antidepressants causes estrogen level to be reduced. So another reason why you might experience dryness, aside from reduction of estrogen, is emotional imbalance. And this is quite common. Most of us don't know that this is the reason, or this is what we are actually struggling with. Most of us don't know that. If you're emotionally imbalanced, you are most likely going to have some form of dryness, of course, because emotion sometimes deals with mental issues. If you are struggling with mental issues, you are depressed, you are not happy, you have some form of deep-seated sadness, you might start to experience some form of dryness. It might sound weird, but that is actually the truth. It might be weird, but it is the truth. If you are depressed, it affects your overall health. That's what depression does. So as much as depression can give you some form of constant headache or migraine, it can also give you heart palpitations. It can eventually lead to vaginal dryness if it starts to affect your reproductive organ. Another thing is emotional imbalance. With emotional imbalance, which is the second harm of it, is if your partner or the person you are usually intimate with, you are not in good terms with the person. Probably you have a fight, or the person is unfaithful, a lot of things surrounding your relationship, such that it reduces the level of attraction that you have for that person, either him or her as a woman. Reduces your level of attraction. You will discover that whenever you want to get intimate with such person, you could go dry. And the difference between this and other reasons for having dryness is because this will only happen when you're about to get intimate with your partner. If you are such a person that if you want to be intimate with your partner, you are always okay, everything goes on smoothly and fine, but you discover that because this person, you are beginning to have issues, you are not happy with the person, or probably you have found another partner that you are much more attracted to, and this person is now irritating to you. It is psychological. When you want to get intimate with that person, you just would not you just would experience some form of dryness. So that's for emotional imbalance. So those are the four main reasons that I believe women nowadays experience dryness. The first one, like I said, is the woman is dealing with infection. Secondly, is if the woman has some form of estrogen reduction, which I already mentioned the reasons why women have estrogen reduction. And then another reason is if the woman is dealing with certain health complications. And then fourthly, if the woman is emotionally imbalanced, the woman is going to experience some form of dryness. So how then do you treat dryness? How then do you treat vaginal dryness? The first one, which is what I would recommend, is there are some tropical estrogen creams that you could use. These are creams that you can buy on the counter, and then you apply this cream. And by the time you apply this cream, of course, it helps to, to lubricate you down there. There are some creams like that. And then you can also use over the counter lubricants. That will only work if you want to have maybe you want to be intimate with your partner. But based on the list of causes of dryness that I have listed, you should really know what to do. The first one, which I said, is is infection. If you want to tackle that, just treat the infection. There's no need to start looking for drugs or trying to get maybe lubricants or whatever treatment that is available out there, or trying to go about. There is no reason to do that. Just treat that infection. And then the second one, which I mentioned, which is estrogen reduction. If you are menopausal, then you can start looking for maybe lubricants, or start looking for tropical estrogen creams that your doctor can actually prescribe for you. If you undergo hysterectomy or your ovaries were removed, your doctor will generally, or your gynecologist will most likely prescribe maybe estrogen creams or tablets that you can insert that can help you be moist, down there and even inside, because these things eventually leads to painful urination and UTI sometimes if it is too dry. So they would most likely recommend something for you. Those people in that category can go for something like that. If you are on a drug and the drug is causing you to have dryness, get off that drug. If you are on an hormonal contraception that you discover that since you started that medication, you have started to experience some form of dryness, then it is advisable that you stop that drug, or you can change. If it's a contraception, I would not say you should stop, please. I would rather recommend that you change it to somewhat what your body can adjust to. If you are another thing I said, okay, if you're experiencing some form of illness, then you have to maybe try to manage that condition. Then it will the better you manage the condition, the better your vaginal dryness would get. What I'm trying to say is this: for instance, if you if you are struggling with diabetes, if you reduce your blood sugar, then definitely it would your lady part will actually get more moist and less dry. I hope that explains it better. Another thing, which is another reason that I think we can address, is if you have emotional struggle, you can try to balance it up, see a therapist if need be. And if you are with a partner that you think the issue is between you and your partner, try to sort it out. Communication is key. Try to sort it out, talk about it. And if you think that the relationship is beyond redeemable, you can take a walk, at least for your own mental health. You can take a walk from that relationship, separate for some time, or if possible, break it up totally, or if it is marriage, you can seek for a divorce if need be, so that you can be mentally okay. Another reason, there are also some form of supplements actually that you can use. There are supplements I will not be prescribing now, but you can talk to, probably you can go to a pharmacy to ask for this supplements, or you can talk to your gynecologist. They will tell you several supplements that you can use if need be, when you find yourself in this situation. And then another thing that we should do is you should avoid washing too much. Some of us, we go ahead and we wash because of hygiene, or we want to just feel that we are clean. We go ahead and we wash until we wash away the good part of our lady part. So reduce the should I say the frequency or intensity with which you wash. Reduce using scented products, using scented soap and all those things, to wash. Some even go as far as dipping it inside. All this affects the way your lady parts will behave. It's like you are interrupting the natural process, or the natural process through which your lady parts functions. So thank you so much, and for everyone that joined this live, thank you. If there's anything that you think I should address regarding this issue, you can drop it in the comment section. I will definitely attend to it. Thank you so much, and see you some other time, and bye bye. So the live is over. Bye bye. How do I get out?